Hi, Susan Finley from TrainSmarter. It's quite understandable that people get frustrated when they take on exercise programs and the weight doesn't start to come off as they expected, because after all, they've been reading about all these workouts that torch calories, and what they need to be doing is high intensity interval training, and all the emphasis is on calorie burning. But we know that truly exercise bouts don't burn that many calories. Post-exercise, your metabolism really isn't up all that much, and the body sort of like recognizes a lot of effort, and most people move around a lot less unconsciously on a day when they have exercised intensely earlier. At the end of the day, you can't outrun your fork. Does this mean that we need to just go back to just calories in, calories out, just count up everything you eat, total it up, and try to stay within a certain number? No. The good news is you can put your calculator away. It's more complicated than that, but it can be easier. Your metabolic rate, your weight, your fat storage is going to be affected by your sleep, your stress, particularly hormones like cortisol, but also what you eat. And what we know now is that the more refined the item is that you eat, the less digestion that has to go on to take care of it, to process it, and the more easily it is absorbed and stored in the body. Because of that, the converse of that is the calorie totals for almonds has now been changed and lowered because they realize that so much of the almonds pass through the system undigested. Just like the fact that I can cook a potato now and eat it and it has a certain amount of calories. If I put it in the refrigerator overnight, tomorrow when I eat it, it will have the same number of calories, but my body will not actually absorb as much, and more of it passes through in the form of resistant starch. That's the case for potatoes, for corn, for rice, for pasta, and that changes. It's not just about the number. So Weight Watchers is probably onto something with their point system. What it does is it encourages you to eat those non-processed foods, and you don't have to add up so many numbers either. The biggest predictor in studies, the biggest predictor of your ability to lose weight is your willingness to write down what you've eaten and measure it. That works on two levels. On one level, when you know you've got to write down that you had 13 Oreos, you might stop at 8. Or like one of my clients who was nibbling on Cheerios the whole time she cooked dinner for her family at night, realized that she had eaten the equivalent of dinner before she ever sat down to dinner. So writing things down makes you so much more mindful of what you're eating and what's going into your body, and that's most of the battle. Try it and see if it works. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll teach you how to lose weight smarter.